Now, when we talk about these two processes, regeneration and repair, so for them we require new cells actually. So now we'll discuss that from where these cells actually come. Now, during development, we have periodontal stem cells, that is originating from the dental follicle cells. These cells are from the dental follicle cells, and they differentiate into cementum, pedial, and alveolar bone. Okay, sometimes stem cells actually remain in the period of the tooth development actually. So what I have said, during development, these periodontal stem cells actually originate from the dental follicles. They differentiate into cementum, pedial, and alveolar bone. During periodontal wound healing, these stem cells, as well as those from the peravascular region, means the stem cells and also from the peravascular region of the alveolar bone, are stimulated to proliferate, means they will proliferate, migrate to the defect area, means they will divide, they will move to that defected area, that damaged area, and then differentiate to form a new cementoblast, pedial, fibroblast, and osteoblast. Okay, so during what happened in wound healing, the cells from stem cells and from peravascular region of alveolar bone, they actually stimulated, they are selected to proliferate, to move to the defected area, then to differentiate into cementoblast, fibroblast, and osteoblast. Okay, the process of cell proliferation that we are talking, and differentiation and maturation that we have talked actually, is basically the process of cell proliferation, how the cell proliferation, and then they will differentiate, and then maturation must should be synchronized fashion. What is synchronized fashion? It is means in a proper manner to form a new alveolar bone, pedial, and cementum in a sequence such that these three divided tissues are integrated to function. Means these tissues should have simultaneously should actually play the role in the function as a new periodontal supporting apparatus. Okay, a number of the periodontal regenerative approaches has been attempted with varying degree of success. Now we will move to one of the we will discuss the procedures. This is one of the procedure, like root conditioning procedure. Why we do actually root conditioning procedure? Actually, it focuses on the treatment. In this we use, so basically we use citric acid, tetracycline, and acetate disodium to demineralize the root surface, and to that condition the root surface, and reportedly enhance the formation of new connective tissue attachment. Okay, so tetracycline, acetic acid, and EDTA is used. What happened? They demineralize the root surface. Why? To improve the formation of new connective tissue attachment. Okay, now first of all, let discuss about root conditioning procedure. Is actually a periodontal treatment procedure. Okay, first of all you should know that actually improves the root surface for what? Periodontal regeneration, in which a new connective tissue attachment will be formed. Okay, so it is done to improve for the regeneration. Okay, now basically you always remember one thing, when anything if you study conditioning in dentistry, always remember conditioning is such a procedure in which you remove the debris layer. Okay, so exposing the clean surface for attachment. In this, which I have told you, we use citric acid, tetracycline, and ADTM. Okay, now what are the benefits? It is again, you improve the cell adhesion, you facilitate the blood clot formation, and support the periodontal tissue regeneration, which is one of the very important thing. Now moving towards the graphs. So first of all, we will discuss osteogenic vital bone graft, which is also known as autograft. So basically, what is autograft? It is actually a tissue or organ piece that is taken from one part of the patient's own body, which is used in another part of the same body. Means you take from the one part of the patient body and then placed it on another side of the body. It is like you take from either like from the you take from the palatal area, the tissue, and then you actually place in the buccal area, in the vestibule, okay, of the mandible. Okay, now it is the intraoral bone sites and allic crust that has been used as an autogenous bone source. Autogenous bones source is actually the same actually for autografts. TK means it is derived from that some of the donor site of the same individual you actually place on another side. This is the same thing actually. Okay, to correct the intra-bony and furcation defects, autografts is used for intra-bony means the defects which is inside the bone, or either furcation defects. So what is autografts? Means you take from one place of the tissue of the same patient and place on another side of the same place of but another part of the same body. What is allograft? Allograft is basically a tissue graft that is from a donor of the same species as the recipient but not genetically identical. Okay, means it is taken from one person and then placed in another person, but they are not genetically identical. In this, we use actually demineralized freeze-dried bone allografts, and freeze-dried bone allografts that has been shown to induce the bone formation. Before it was like autograph for what actually we are talking about, it was for the intra-bony defects and it was furcation, and this is for bone formation. Now, what is osteoconductive materials? These are those materials that support the growth of the new new bone tissue by providing bone cells to adhere to and proliferate. Okay, but remember, osteoconductive materials are just support the growth of new material by providing a platform for bone cells. They will adhere and proliferate. Now, they include innate materials actually that is acting as a biologic fillers, which is also known as alloplastic material. Alloplastic materials are those materials which is synthetic and non-natural materials that is used in medical procedures for bone and tissue reconstruction, such as tricalcium, phospho, phosphohydroxybutate, calcium ceramic, tricalcium phosphate, biocompatible composite polymers, and bioactive glass polymers. Also include are organic materials such as coral or bone xenografts. They also include the xenograph. What are xenograph? These the graphs which are transferred like from animals to humans actually. Okay. And one more thing, osteoinduction means that you actually induce the bone formation, and osteoconduction means that you support the bone formation. Okay.